Hello and welcome to this relaxing Yin Yoga practice for the upper and lower back, where we'll do a gentle sequence to release tension and to draw healing energy into the spine. The poses will be held for 3 minutes each. Begin in a comfortable seated position of any kind and start to feel the sensations of your breath. Gently inhale and softly exhale through your mouth. And again, inhale into the belly, into the back, and into the heart, and open the mouth, exhale once again. And now moving on to hands and knees to come into puppy pose, stretching into the upper back, the upper spine, by walking the hands forward and sinking down through your chest, through your upper back. And you can choose whether or not to rest your forehead on the ground, or your chin or your chest. And you might also choose to use a cushion or a block under your forehead. And begin to soften here. Softening around the heart, around the ribs. Noticing your breath, noticing what you feel. And now release puppy pose slowly and come to a sitting position for butterfly pose with the soles of your feet together. Use a cushion under the seat if you'd like. And come forward. You can adjust your feet. They could be farther forward, away from your body, or closer in. And your hands might rest on the floor, or they might clasp around your toes. Bending the spine in the opposite direction here, noticing how this feels. You can allow your head to relax. One of the ways that we bring healing energy into the spine with Yin Yoga is to allow the spine to be soft, allow the spine to round, and allow your head to relax. and continue to breathe. That's 3 minutes, very slowly now, coming up from butterfly. Draw the knees in toward one another. And make your way onto your back to rest for 1 minute, taking this time to feel the rebound, to feel the effects of our first two postures, back bending and forward bending, stimulating the spine in these two different directions. Feeling the energy as it flows now. Maybe you feel it in your spine, maybe you feel it elsewhere in your body. Just simply noticing and resting. And now bending the knees, hug them into your chest. Taking one hand onto each knee now, begin to slowly circle your legs around, circle your knees around, about 3 times in one direction, massaging the sacrum and the lower back, and then about 3 times in the other direction. And release and make your way onto your belly for Sphinx pose, resting on the elbows and the forearms. Legs can be narrow or wide. And if you'd like a little more sensation, you could come up into seal pose with straight arms. In this back bended shape, we're gently compressing and stimulating healing energy in the lower back, the lumbar spine. And you might also feel a gentle stretching in the front of the body, the hip flexors, the low belly. And you can breathe into this area and feel the soft movement of the belly with the breath against the earth. Releasing Sphinx pose, stack your hands one on top of the other and rest your forehead down on your hands. And just rest here as you feel the effects of the back bend. Noticing in the lower back, the sacrum, what sensations are flowing at this moment. And now pressing gently up and back into child's pose. And continue resting here as you feel your back bending in the opposite direction. Slowly move out of child's pose and come into a position lying on the back. And from this position on the back, bend your knees, come into spinal twist with both knees moving to the right side. And adjust as you need to so you feel comfortable in your twist. Hips and knees moving one way. You could cross the knees if you like that better, left over the right. And your left arm is extended out to the left side, maybe straight out or maybe slightly down or up. See what feels good, what helps your spine, what helps your torso to enjoy this twist. And once you've settled into a comfortable shape, begin to feel and soften into your breath. Slowly coming out of the twist, rest at the center, knees resting against each other with the feet as wide as your mat and your hands on your belly. And breathe. Now shift to the second side. Scoot the hips to the right as you take the knees in and over to the left. Again, crossing the knees if you'd like, or just keeping them stacked. And reaching the right arm out to the right side. And feel your breath here as you gently twist the spine while the hips are pulling the bottom of the spine one way, the ribs and the head and the arm pulling the spine gently in the opposite direction. As you come out of the twist now, bring the knees to center, straighten your body out, and rest on your back for 1 full minute to feel, to absorb the effects of the pose, and to sense how the energy is flowing through your whole body. And bending the knees, wrap the arms around the legs, stretch the lower back, and lift your head up towards your knees to lengthen the back of the neck. You could wrap the arms even tighter here, and release and roll to one side, coming into a seated position for graceful bow to stretch the neck, the upper spine. Begin by tilting the head, dropping the head to the right. Place the right hand on the floor to support your weight, and let the left arm either hang to the side or come behind you as you tilt your head up, or bring the head down a little more and bring the arm in front of you if you want to get more into the back of your neck. So you can choose the angles here that feel best. And once you find the angles that you'd like to rest in, let yourself soften here and breathe here. And slowly releasing, coming up, resting at the center for a breath or two. And let the head come over to the second side. Place the left hand down to support you. Let the weight of the head relax as you choose your arm position, choose the angle of your head. And breathe and soften into this very gentle and simple stretch of the neck, the uppermost part of the spine. Very slowly now releasing, and bring the head back to center, balancing the head on top of the spine, and noticing what you feel now, the right and left sides of the neck. Letting the eyes open and preparing for saddle pose. If you like to use props, pillows, cushions, or blocks, then have them nearby as we come into a seated position, either on top of the heels or in between the heels. You may lean back on your hands and stay here. Take a more upright saddle pose. Your head can be forward or back, or you may sit in between your heels and prop yourself up on your arms again. Or you may choose to come all the way back to rest on props or on the floor. So remember, if this is too much for you, just stay with the option of the more upright torso, perhaps even with blocks under the seat. If you're resting back, your arms could spread out on the floor or come up over the head. And if there's discomfort in the tops of the feet, then you could always spread out a blanket or something soft to cushion that area. Whether you're lying back or in the more upright position, the target of this pose is the lower back, the sacrum in particular. Some yogis feel more sensation in the front of the thighs and the quadriceps or the hip flexors. And it's important to soften and open up this area in order to keep the lower back and the sacrum healthy. Allow yourself to soften and to unfold and to breathe into what you're feeling. And now slowly releasing saddle pose, carefully make your way up and make your way into a comfortable seat. You can sit on your cushion if you'd like, cross legs or whatever position's comfortable for a 1-minute seated rebound. With your spine upright, notice what you feel after back bending in saddle. From this seat, let's shift into caterpillar by taking the legs forward and softening forward over the legs, stretching into the whole back of the body. You can soften your spine here, let the spine round and let the head relax. Feeling this gentle fascia pull through the back body, the torso, the fascia of the spine and the sacrum, weaving down into the backs of the legs. Softening and breathing. Slowly come up out of caterpillar and gently lower yourself down onto your back, preparing for final Shavasana. Make yourself cozy and comfortable. Gather any props or cover yourself with a blanket or extra clothes to stay warm. And invite yourself to enter fully into this time of rest. This time to completely embrace the calm and the stillness. This time to completely bathe your body with breath, with sensation, with energy, with awareness. Now begin to make a slow transition from Shavasana, deepening your breath. As you exhale, gently stretch into your fingers and toes and stretch your arms up over your head. Bend your knees and slowly roll over to one side, coming up into a seated position. Take any comfortable seat for a final 1-minute meditation. Feel your torso come upright. Feel your head balanced on top of your spine. And feel your spine at the center of this body, at the center of your energy. And resting into calm awareness of body, breath, and energy. And now begin to make some slow circles of the spine, just gently bringing movement back. And take as much time as you need to gently flow from this practice into the rest of your day. Namaste.